What's up? How's everything, brother?
How you doing?
How's everything? Come on in, brother. Come on in. What's going on, brother?
How you doing, man?
How's everything, bro?
Good, good.
Nice to meet you,
It's
man.
weather normal.
How old are you, man? How old are you?
I'm 39, turned 40 this year.
Really?
Yep.
And you started trading at this age?
Yeah, just a couple months ago, actually. Like, just
I think you've had a great blessing, right? Because a lot of traders at the beginning, they almost get like information overload, right? So you get information from all different sides, and it's kind of crazy because the success rate right now in traders is obviously getting higher because traders they're kind of like they're hearing the same thing from everybody, like they just follow a system, use risk management. It's kind of the same shit, like it, you know,
Right.
it doesn't really change. Happy that I was able to be that person in your path. I'm very happy that the SetAndForget strategy has worked, and I'm more happy that the fact that it happened for you in such a short amount of time and that you saw that you can make money from trading. A lot of traders, they quit very fast because they don't see the results from trading.
lose $1,000 bucks.
Exactly.
And you're like,
And then,
yeah,
Alright guys, so today we have another student interview. This is actually the first interview that I'm going to be doing in my car today. So first off, it's kind of kind. Nobody really does interview in their cars. This is one of my students that he has made profits with the SetAndForget strategy. And today I'm going to be kind of Ubering them around and just asking them questions. And I have about 5-6 guys lined up about every 30 minutes after. So we have a long day today, so let's get started. We're gonna go pick them up right now. Oh, and by the way, I have never met this guy in my life. We've only like seen each other through, I guess, like Instagram DMs, a couple of messages back and forth. And he just happens to be local in Miami, which obviously I'm in Miami right now. So I just picked all the local students with my strategy that are profitable, and I'm meeting up with them. And this is one of them. So I've never met him. So as soon as you see him come in, it's gonna see his first reaction to like meeting me, my first reaction to meeting him. I'm more nervous than this guy is probably. We're gonna be doing. What's up? How's everything,
man?
brother?
How you doing?
How's everything? Come on in, brother. Come on in. What's going on, brother?
How you doing, man?
How's everything, bro?
Good, good.
Nice to meet you,
It's
man.
weather normal.
I know, bro. I mean, well, you know Miami weather, bro. You know how this kind of
Yeah.
goes, man. You know. Yesterday we had like a tornado warning, and today we have, you know. Oh yeah. After the tornado warning yesterday, we had like sunny skies. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, for sure. I was dropping my kid off and I noticed it had a tornado warning in Kendall.
Yeah.
So.
And then where you mainly like stay by?
I'm in Miami Shores.
Okay. And then how's that? Like, was it big over there or no? Because it
Wasn't that bad. Our power just like browned out for, you know, a minute and then it was back on, but a little bit of rain.
Okay.
Wasn't too bad though.
Okay, that's not that bad. So how old are you, man? How old are you?
I'm 39, turned 40 this year.
Really?
Yep.
And you started trading at this age?
Yeah, just a couple months ago actually. Like just I was just watching all the swing trade lab videos, like kind of right before you did your 11-11 challenge.
Okay.
So I started kind of going live like right around the same time.
No way.
So
what? That's not even like a year.
no, definitely less than a year, like
Wow.
6 months or something.
Wow. So that's you want to know what's crazy about that? Because yesterday I was interviewing Mike. Mike turned $1,500 to about 100K in a month.
Right.
And he's only been doing it for 6 months in trading. And I think he's 28. So he kind of busts both of the myths that, oh, you need about 1 or 2 years to become profitable, and then that you need a lot of money. So he started with nothing and with a little bit of time. So your case is the same. Like, you know, you're starting what is to be different from the majority of people. You're starting later down the road. People think like, oh, some kids are 18 and they're like, yo, am I too late? It's like,
Right.
bro,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
dude, you're not late
It's
at
never
all.
too late.
No, it's never too late. So how did you kind of like come across the journey at, let's say, the point of view of, well, you know, I haven't been trading for the last 10 years because obviously, you know, you've been working, you've been doing your business, so you don't have like the FOMO part of it, right? Because a lot of these young traders, when they get into the market, they have FOMO because they're like, oh, the markets are gonna leave. Like, did you have that approach at the beginning or no?
No, not really. Actually, after I finished your course, I actually kind of had success right off the rip, right? Where I turned that 1100 into like 4500. I think I sent you a screenshot.
Yeah.
Like in a month. So I kind of had this I can't lose attitude.
Yeah.
And I got a little bit away from the system and I started taking 10 trades a day, 15 trades a day, and then all of a sudden I noticed things weren't going my way, right? So now I got back on track. I even went back and watched some of the videos, and I'm like, I almost need to build myself like a flow chart, right? Where are all 3 time frames in sync? Yes. Okay, now move on to the next one. Do we got a higher low? Do we, you know what I mean? Bullish engulfing? Yes, yes. And it's
the system.
Don't take the trade unless the system says, right?
Exactly.
And when you follow that strategy, You get much higher percentage of wins.
So what do you think people don't follow the system? Because yesterday we were having the same issues, right? A lot of traders, they know the system, but they kind of get impatient.
Yeah, so I think that was why I started taking so many trades. Is I saw a little bit of success, but then I wanted 20 grand this month. You know, I wanted to accelerate it so fast, but you know, you end up taking low probability trades when you do that, right? But you want, you know, when you go on Instagram, there's a lot of traders out there, you see they're just making, you know, everyone's got a Lambo, everyone's got the mansion, you know, half of them it's probably rented, right?
Probably,
But you know, people just want that, right? And they want it now. They don't want it 5 years from now, right? Which that's what it took you, right? It took you a few years.
Yeah, it took about like 2.5 years.
Super hard work, right? You probably took some losses along the way, but everyone wants everything immediately now. So.
And then did you have any courses beforehand? Did you learn beforehand?
You know what? I don't know how Instagram's algorithm kind of. I found you on Instagram, not even searching for Forex. I don't even know if I knew what Forex was at the time. Okay. So I hadn't been watching any YouTube. After I got into your course, I kind of started YouTubing around and seeing what other people's systems, you know, just trying to, which indicators are people using, things like that. But when I found your program, I had no idea about Forex, so no experience with it, no knowledge at all.
So from ground zero?
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy.
And I don't know, honestly, I kind of just wish I would have stuck with that and not even poked around on YouTube, because it kind of clouded up the system, right? Like,
of course.
Oh, these people are using this oscillator, and when it crosses at the bottom, you buy, right?
That shit makes no sense.
Yeah, and you know, you lose a little bit of money that way, and it's like, if you just stick to the system, I feel like you're gonna have a lot more wins than losses.
So I think you've had a great blessing, right? Because a lot of traders at the beginning, they almost get like information overload, right? So you get information from all different sides, and it's kind of crazy because the success rate right now in traders is obviously getting higher, because traders they're kind of like, they're hearing the same thing from everybody, like they just follow a system, use risk management. It's kind of the same shit, like it, you know, it doesn't really change. Like in order for you to have a six-pack and get big, you gotta eat good, hit the gym, and work out. You know, like there's no secret behind it. It's kind of the same thing with the trading system. What would you say was one of your biggest things kind of building the system and like learning it and mastering it?
Well, your videos, even for someone with zero experience, they're very easy to like, you know, you made it simple enough where someone with no experience can follow it. So for me, like now, if I see I don't have all 3 time frames in sync on the higher, I just move on. I don't even look at it. I don't care what else is going on with it. So to me, like that's kind of, I just try and look at it all by step now.
You know, some traders, they know the system, but then they don't realize that the problem is them. Like, did you have any issues with like your like emotions or your impatience? Or
I'm definitely impatient, right? So like,
but is that something from just normal, like your day-to-day life, or is that just
yeah, I'm kind of impatient all the time. But you know, so I kind of always want to be in a trade, but now I'm telling myself, you just got to sit and wait for the right one, you know?
And then what's your background?
So I'm from Chicago. I moved down here like 12 years ago. Just got married this past August.
Congrats, Congrats.
11 years ago, I started my own business. We build wireless networks on top of cell phone towers. So for like AT&T, and now the big one is Dish. You're about to start getting like Dish network service. Like
not those old Dish heads, right?
No, but like Sprint and T-Mobile merged. So now Dish is going to be like a cellular provider. So been doing a lot of work for them. So that's been going on for like the last like 11 years. Got an 8-year-old son.
Nice.
So yeah, man, it's that's basically it. That business takes up most of my free time, and then trying to spend quality time with the new wife. She's awesome. So you know.
Yeah, of course.
Between the kid, the business, the wife, I mean, that's kind of where most of my time goes. That's kind of another beauty of the trading thing, right? Like she wants to travel, and it's like we just went to Hawaii 2 weeks ago, and she was there for work, and she was doing her conference, but I was able to take some trades like from the hotel room. You know, you could do it anywhere.
And you made money while you were out?
Yeah.
No way, that's crazy.
So just literally on the beach, you know, like with the cell phone.
Yeah, I mean that's the whole point. You could do it pretty much right. The only thing that messes you up with Hawaii is the time zone.
Yeah,
the time zone is crazy in Hawaii.
Yeah.
I do know that. So it's kind of interesting because you've had success relatively fast, right? A lot of traders, they don't see remotely any success until at least 2 years.
Right.
So you haven't seen a full cycle of the market. So the market moves in cycles, right? We have Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, and the market moves different in every single quarter, right? there's some better moving markets, and then there's some slower moving markets. So you started kind of in the good area within the markets, and I was saying this, it's kind of the same thing as Mike. So you're going to enter now either the better moving markets, or let's say slower moving markets. Do you have a certain type of approach when it comes to that?
Do I? No, I guess I don't, just because I kind of haven't been through it, right? As far as I know, I'm just trying to stick to the system and just take the set and forget system, and just take the highest graded trades that I can. And someone in the Discord group, your guys' Discord group, that's provided so much value alone. Or even if it wasn't for the course, just having people that are also familiar with the system, right? Like someone on there pointed out to me, they're like, when I was going through that, where I was taking multiple trades a day, they're like, you should just limit yourself to 3 trades per week.
Yeah.
Because it kind of forces you to just take the good ones. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because it's interesting. I don't know if you've seen the polls that I've done. I'm like, all right, do you guys want a high risk trade or a low risk trade?
And people said high risk, right?
Yeah,
and it's like,
that makes no sense.
Right, because a low risk trade can still have high reward.
Exactly, extremely high reward. Like the whole point of trading is so you take a probability trade setup that has that your money's not being at high risk. It's low risk, so you can make money on the long run.
Right.
So I mean, it's pretty crazy, bro, that the success rate is happening faster than before, right? Which obviously, it's great. It motivates me to keep pushing forward and helping traders. Like, if you were to point out one of your most memorable moments within trading, what would you say that it would be?
Probably the first trade I had where I made 1,000 off one trade. So I was using a broker like early on. I think they got kicked off MT4. I don't know if I should mention who it is, but
No,
they gave me they were giving me higher leverage, right, than what I'm getting right now. So even when I didn't have very much money, it was like right when I started off, I was able to make basically double my money on one move, and that right there like sold me. Now I was like, now I want to put 20 grand in here, and I want to make 20 grand on the trade, right? But just it's kind of like a proof of concept. Like, okay, like I got a small amount of money in here, and I just doubled it in one move from my cell phone. I think I was visiting my mom up in Alabama when it happened, and I was just like, like, again, you can just do it from anywhere.
They kind of like sealed the deal for you, like, all right, this is legit.
Also, like, I've looked into like I've had Airbnbs, I've had rental properties, I've looked at a lot of other ways to make money online, but like, I own another business now, I have employees. Like, this is something you could do from anywhere without employees, and it's probably a lot easier to scale than real estate, right? You go from making 1 lot trades to 2 lot to 5 lot, you know what I mean? It's just as simple as that to scale, opposed to like, well, let's see if the bank will give me another loan and
interest,
you know what I mean? Like
closing costs, and then you have the unexpected repairs and all that stuff that you have to deal with.
You got a squatter in there, you got, someone destroys your place or whatever, so
and then how does it kind of affect your business, right? Because obviously trading takes time for you to learn it. So how did you run your business and spend time with your family as well as learn the craft?
So right now, like, I was just on Sunday swings last night, right? And so I know which pairs we're looking at. I just go on TradingView. I set up alerts, like, let's see when the price crosses here. Now I can kind of get on my phone, look at it, maybe wait a little bit more, but I'm not staring at the charts all day long now, right? Nice. So your boy Jordan, I joined his signal group. He could kind of send out some signals where you're not having to stay looking, at the charts all day. So
Jordan's fire, bro.
Yeah. Well, I just got in on Thursday. It was my first day. He sent out one signal. It was like the day before NFP, and I got into a move late, but now that one move paid for like the next like 3 or 4 months of the signal group. So I was just like, all right, well,
easy money.
Yeah.
Easy money.
Yeah.
So honestly, like from the vibes that I'm getting from you, they're very different than a lot of traders, right? Like you have obviously you're very mature, and your approach to the market is like, all right, cool. Like, it's not this is not gonna break me. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, this is not gonna break me. And trading breaks a lot of people emotionally, financially, all types of way. Is there any point in your journey where you did have a moment where you're like, damn, like this is not for me, or this is difficult?
Not really, just because I'm not, whatever I have in my account, if I lost it all, I wouldn't lose a minute of sleep over it. Like, I'm not, like, I don't have 10% of my net worth in my trading account or anything like that. It's a pretty small amount of money. So, that, I don't worry too much about it. Also, I see the people that are having success, I kind of feel like if they can do it, I can do it.
Of course.
I need to figure it out. They've figured it out. Making money is kind of a game. know, there's rules to the game. You know, you can win the game or you can lose the game, you know.
That's a fact.
That's the way I look at making money. This is one extra tool to do it, you know. I think it's so far maybe one of the best ones, you know. Like besides my main business, it hasn't surpassed my main business in income so far yet, but I can see it happening
very soon.
Yeah.
I mean, if you've only been doing this 6 months and you're already making money, and you've been doing your business for how many years? 11. You know, give it like another year, and you know, you could hopefully potentially match it and then pass it. Would you ever leave your business and only do trading, or would you still kind of do both?
I don't know, man. I like what I do. I like the people, basically everyone that works for me. You know, I like consider them a friend. Basically, you know, I hang out with these guys outside of work. You know, like it's kind of so. I'm not really in a rush to leave it. I did take on a partner last year, which has allowed me like a lot more free time, you know, where I don't have to be there 15 hours a day. Like there was a point when I started the business where it was just, if I was conscious, I was working on that business, right? That went on for 8 or 9 years or so, and now, you know, I got some more help in there. I got some better people in there, even below him, that can take on more. I could delegate to them, so it's not consuming my life to this point where, you know, I don't feel the need to leave it, you know. Even if I have a lot of money, I don't feel the need to leave it. Maybe just less hours, but I kind of I have like a sense of pride in like providing jobs for people, you know. Like I want to be able to provide good jobs.
I like that. I like it because you know, it's not just about you.
Right.
What do you do with all that money for you?
I've noticed, you know, as you've gotten more and more success, you've looked to give back more.
Yeah,
right.
For sure.
And
I mean, like, what do I do all day with just money? It's kind of like empty, you know what I mean?
Honestly, I think the more you give back, it just comes back to you that much more. Anyways.
It does. Like,
You know what I mean?
I think this is super dope what we're doing right now. Like,
Yeah.
we just met.
Yeah, for sure.
10 minutes ago, and we're like,
Yeah.
we were like a fluent conversation, you know,
Right.
similar mindsets. But when you got into this trading, did you tell any of your workers or your partners or your family or anything like that? Or you kind of
I think I mentioned it. So like once I started taking your course, I wasn't taking any trades until I finished the golden video there at the end.
Yeah.
So I wanted to know the entire system before, like, you know, just jumping into trading on like you know, video 3. So I mentioned to people that I was doing it, and then once I even started like the first little bit, I was doing very small trades, right?
Yeah.
Like I think I threw in, I don't know, you know, I'm just dipping my feet in the water. I do 0.1 lots. Like, okay,
Yeah,
I just want to see a bunch of blue moves here, not red moves, you know? And then once I was like, okay, I'm getting a lot of blue moves here, then it was like, okay, let's go 1 lot, 2 lot.
That's kind of crazy, bro. I'm telling you, I'm still, because you know, obviously I see the testimonials on the Discord or in my DMs, and I'm like, all right, that's cool. But you know, kind of seeing it in person is kind of different, you know?
Yeah. No, man, it's awesome. And that Discord, that's worth all the money right there too. A lot of guys with a lot more experience than me have been able to kind of help, or like I'll see people say, hey, I'm thinking about taking Euro AUD, and someone with more experience will be like, hey, we haven't seen the shift of structure, like we're only at the AOI, like red folder news coming out.
Exactly.
And people with more experience are kind of like telling, like, you know, the new guy, like, hey,
Just chill
just
out.
wait,
Just chill
wait,
out.
it's coming.
That's interesting that you say that you did not take a trade until you finished the course. So you weren't eager, which honestly it's pretty cool.
Well, yeah, I wasn't eager to lose money, right? Which is what I think would happen, right?
Okay, yeah, that's good. So right now, does your wife, does your family, do they support you in trading, or you kind of just don't talk about it?
No, I talk about it with the wife. I talk about everything with the wife, and she's supportive of everything. You know, like honestly, man, I'm lucky to have her. So she, you know, she's very supportive. You know, she's encouraging about like everything. So she never tries to like hold me back. So that's good. Besides that, you know, I talk to some guys at work. Got one of the guys at work. He's trading now too.
Fire.
And I was telling him, he's like, oh man, maybe let me watch some of those videos. And I'm like, dude, you need to. I'm like, just sign up, because then you get access to the Discord and everything else.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, really? Like, you want to be in that Discord? Some of the other guys I've just met in the Discord, ntc.fx, he's helped me out like a ton. You know, I'll just send that dude a DM about things, you know, and he's got his own Telegram too, where he'll kind of, you know, just
like help people out. Yeah,
it's a free thing, you know, just hey man, these are the pairs I'm looking at. He does a lot of fundamental stuff, so he's been like a huge help. But just being in that Discord and getting access to like-minded people who are doing the same thing you're doing, you know what I mean? Like that's huge.
and almost like filtered out, because there's a lot of people out there that they have chats like that, but they're not filtered out, kind of like all over the place. Now recently I'm getting better at filtering it out because it's just a lot, you know. And since it's virtual, people just spam the chat, and I'm trying to realize like who's the good guys and who are the ones just spamming, and I have to talk to them, just bring them down to earth, because I want the traders to have the mindset and the approach that you have, man, because the way you approach the markets and the way you respect it and you respect the craft and everything, that's how you become successful. Not when you watch 2 videos and you're like, all right, how do I make $100,000? Like,
right.
That's not how
you gotta be realistic.
You have to be realistic. You can't just start a diet one day, get a membership at the gym, and expect for you to have a 6-pack.
That should not be Mr. Olympia, right?
Yeah, that's just not gonna work. You know what I mean? You have to put in the work. What would you give a trader out there, or Matt, right, at the beginning of his journey, which was not that long ago?
Yeah.
The best piece of advice?
Honestly, I don't have all that much regret. I guess it would just be to, hey, you picked a system, stick to the system.
Okay.
Don't, there's a million systems out there, and honestly, risk management and sticking to a system is probably everything. Like, there's other systems that work with probably good risk management, but I like the one that I'm using, that I got from you. And I think if I could have just avoided the whole getting into 15 trades a day, because that's really, besides that, I'd have like, one loss here and there, like, but it was like mitigated. It would be sandwiched in between 2 wins that were 3 times the size, so it was no big deal. Those losses that I had when I was doing the set and forget all the time, it was I felt like it was house money anyways, because it just came after a win, and then it was followed by a win, so, but, when you're just kind of looking at the charts and saying, I guess it's going to go up, or I guess it's going to go down, that's just straight gambling, and you'll pick up loss after loss there.
And there's no getting out of that. Like, once you're in that losing streak, your mindset's gone. And then your mindset's gone, strategy's gone, everything's pretty much out the window. What would be one of your goals that you have for 2024 this year?
I should probably come up with a dollar amount that I want to make off this. Like, I noticed you did that. You actually came up with a goal for a dollar amount for your students, but me and the wife, we have some pretty like lofty goals, and I think that, on top of my business, I think that if this could come anywhere close to the amount of money that I'm making from my business, I think that it'd help achieve some of those goals. So, right now I'll say if I can make like 75% of what I make at my business, maybe by the end of the year, that'd probably be a good short-term goal. And next year I'd probably say for it to exceed it.
Okay.
So, and it's totally possible. Like, I see that it's possible, like, people can look at your Instagram live stories and see that it's
right there.
There's no faking it,
Yeah, you can't fake entering a trade, it going into drawdown or profit, and then it just keep going. Like, you're seeing the whole.
Just join your Telegram.
Exactly.
You'll see.
And then when it comes to obviously these goals, right? Like, have you been a goal person in the past, or are you just kind of?
Yeah, I think everyone needs to set goals, man. That's I see a lot of people complaining right now about like their circumstances, and they're broke, and they want to blame it on just about anyone but themselves, right? They want to blame it on the president. They want to blame it on this.
That should make no sense.
They're fat, they're broke, they're whatever. Like, things are not going their way, but they don't really like take accountability. Like, let's set some goals. Hey, let's start off, let's lose 10 pounds, let's make an extra $1,000 this month, let's try out this side hustle, let's try out something, right? Like, a lot of people just kind of complaining about their circumstances, and then they go back to playing video games, and it's like, you're doing the same exact thing over and over, but you're expecting a different result. It's the definition of insanity.
Exactly.
So goals have always kind of been important to me, so I kind of think you need to have the long-term and the short-term ones, and then really, even once you have the goal, goals are just kind of like wishes, unless you have like principles in place to achieve them, right?
Exactly.
Like, hey, how am I going to lose those 10 pounds? It's like, well, I'm going to cut 1,000 calories a week out of my diet. There's 3,500 calories in a pound of fat, so every 3.5 weeks, I'm going to lose 1 pound.
Exactly.
By this date, I will have lost the 10 pounds.
You have a plan.
Yeah, so like those principles are the steps that you need to achieve your goal. And then once you have those laid out, write them down, and then most importantly, do them. No days off,
Execute on that
plan.
So what would be your plan to get these goals that you have,
So as far as the trading, I would say I'm gonna stick to the strategy now. I like the idea, honestly. If you're really only following the high probability trades with the set and forget strategy, you might not even get 3 A+ trades like in like a week, right? Like but whatever you decide to do, you know, like a B or better, maybe go harder on that. I probably won't withdraw from my account until it's scaled up to a certain amount. Right. That way I could, you know, I could grow it and I could make trades with bigger lots. And yeah, I think I could get there, you know, because right now with my, you know, when a trade hits, it's over $1,000, you know, and if I could get, and that's with a small account. So, you know, if I could get 2 of those a week for a month or 2 and then scale it up, maybe double the size of the lots, and, you know, before you know it, it's a lot of money.
It is. It can scale really fast, bro.
Yeah.
From one second to another, those $1,000 days can turn into 3, 4, and then turn into 5, 6, and then you're making 10K a day out of nowhere. It just happens like that, you know. And you almost have to just be ready for that, because it can actually happen that fast, bro. You know, Mike was telling us yesterday that he went from 1,500 to like 3,000, then 3,000 to 4, and then from like 4 to 20.
Yeah.
But it happened like that. You know, it was just a flick of a switch. So I am, you know, I'm very happy that I was able to be that person in your path. I'm very happy that the SetAndForget strategy has worked, and I'm more happy that the fact that it happened for you in such a short amount of time, and that you saw that you can make money from trading. Because a lot of traders, they quit very fast because they don't see the results from trading.
Lose $1,000
exactly,
and they're like, yeah, it's not for me.
This is a scam. This doesn't work. The problem is the trader. Well, so, you know, I'm glad that it works for you.
That's not even in trading, right? Some people, you know, they try something, it doesn't immediately go their way, and they just give up and then do nothing, you know. But it's, you notice people with a lot of success, you know, they just kind of, okay, that didn't work, I'm gonna try this way, I'm gonna try that. Like, they don't give up, and eventually, you know, the non-stop action will lead to success, you know.
Matt, what would you say to somebody that, let's say they're 18 and they say that it's too late to get into trading?
I mean, if you're 18, it's not too late to do anything, you know. I mean, there's a lot of people that really late in life, you know, I mean, older than me, 50s, 60s, they go on and do like amazing things, right? So I don't care how old you are, it's never too late to make some more money, start a business, get in shape, read some books. Like, you can level up every area of your life no matter how old you are, you know. People do it all the way into their deathbed. So I mean, when you're 18, I'm trying to think back when I was 18, it's like, that's the start for me, you know. Like, so yeah, I don't know, I mean, 18, a lot can happen in between 18 and 30, but why would you give up so early on anything?
Yeah, I agree.
So
no, it's, bro, I'm telling you, I'm very glad that you were able to share these thoughts with us, Matt. Yeah, I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you, man.
Solid, bro. If you guys want to see more testimonials just like Matt's, and you guys have any questions, just drop a comment below, hit that like and subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys. That was solid, bro.
Yeah,
pretty good. You wanna, like, have you ever been in one of these before?
No, man.
Alright, we're gonna hit a pool really fast. These things are fast as fuck, bro. I mean, for a truck.
Nope. Yeah,
these things fucking go, bro. Like, that shit never gets old, bro.
I gotta get myself one of these.